roly-poly. Parents, you actually know this one. It is the speed that your children go when you ask them to clean their room.
I can't stop for anything.
Alrighty, let's head on into the Little Ettore Forest. If you look in that bush on the right, on the far left corner, there is an okapi back there. Okapi are the only relative of the giraffe. Very shy animals. They weren't even discovered by the Western world until 1901. Very cool looking animal. Much bigger than it appears at this distance too. With no natural predators as adults yet, they are critically endangered. There are less than 5,000 of them left in the world. I know, that's not the best. Bongo. They're the heaviest of the forest antelopes. They also have the nickname ghost of the forest for their ability to blend in. And these tan antelopes are female greater kudu. The males carry the big spiral horns. One of the taller forest antelopes. Pinkback pelicans are up on the island. They're a small variety of pelican. They have a 7 to 9 foot wingspan. They'll make unintended of just how unpleasant looking they are. I do know some facts about them, but then you'd just think they were even more disgusting, so I'm not going to share them with you. Crocodiles. They are an apex predator at the top of the food chain. They have a 2,000 pound per square inch weight. They can reach lengths of 20 times larger than they are, including other skin off of them. And it helps the hippos. It helps them shed their skin, so that's why they come down by the hippos. Oh, looks like we might get some rain. As we come around the corner, you will see an unusual tree. It's a baobab tree. Baobab trees are in the succulent family. They live over 2,000 years. They will remain leafless about 9 months out of the year to conserve water. And friends, this is the savannah. I always stop here. This is my favorite view right here, even if there are no animals. It's the highest point on the reserve. You will see that it looks much different than the other areas, and that's in large part due to the animals. Grazing animals keep the grasses short. Giraffes trim the undersides of trees. Elephants will knock down trees in search of water, or sometimes simply because they're bored and they can. If you look across the field, you'll see a clay-colored column sticking up. That is a termite mound. Termites build them out of soil, spit, and animal dung, and they'll bake hard in the sun. They'll get like concrete. There's entire cities of termites inside them. They can get as high as 30 feet in Africa. Okay, over here on the left, up against the rock wall, are African wild dogs. Wild dogs are also known as painted dogs. They're one of the most successful hunters in Africa. They hunt as a pack and they run their prey down to exhaustion. They don't give up like the big cats. They hunt early in the morning and late in the afternoons. They'll sleep during the middle of the day. It's called crepuscular feeding habits. Over on the left here, sable antelope, the official animal of Harambe Wildlife Reserve, a very territorial antelope. Typically only one male per herd, and his coat is definitely much darker than the adult females.
The termite. More termite.
Termite mounds.
Splashing.
Alrighty, let's see what else we can find. Excuse me.
How does the grass not get that long?
So, everybody is drinking a lot of water today, correct? Yes? Good. Good, good, good. populated mammals on Earth, second only to humans. When they go through their annual migration, their herd size will increase to about 1 million wildebeest, and they travel between 500 and 1,000 miles across Africa each year. Coming up on your cattle after the tribe that domesticated them. The only domesticated animal on the reserve, and those horns do span between 6 and 8 feet across.
See on my camera?
That's a giraffe laying down in the bushes, by the way. It's a very tall giraffe laying down in the bushes. They will do that on the reserve. They don't really do that out in the wild. It's too awkward for them to get up from a laying position, but they know there's no predators out here. So giraffes are the tallest animal in the world. When they look straight on at you, they have the goofiest look on their face. So they have an 18-inch long tongue, which this one is more than happy to show you. They eat 18 to 20 hours out of the day, which means they don't sleep very much. Maybe an hour to an hour and a half each day. They'll take little cat naps. Most of the time, it'll be standing. Ooh, over here is a group of giraffes. Now, you call a group of giraffes a tower of giraffe. Another big one coming this way. Now, we're all used to seeing giraffes take that lazy stroll. Mandrill monkeys are over on the left. They are the largest and most colorful members of the monkey family. There's a big male right there. Now, when they get excited, that pink and blue that's on their faces and their not-so faces does get brighter. It's a young male elephant over here on the right, on the side of the rock wall. Male elephants are solitary by nature. They don't stay with the herd. The herds are predominantly female. The males will leave when puberty kicks in, somewhere between 10 and 13 years old. Something tells me if we can see her from this angle, we are not going to get the best end. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, at least you get his whole body in there. We are very close to the heart of elephant country. Let's go and see if we can find a herd. Now, folks, I know this bridge looks sketchy, but my wardens assured me that it would last at least until lunchtime, maybe around noon. My watch stopped a while ago. I don't know what time it is, but the last truck made it over, so we should be fine, I hope. Oh, no! The bridge gave! Everybody, lean to your right, lean! Let's get off of here. Oh, shoot! Hey, are you all on board still? Yeah? Good. I hate filling out paperwork. We'll just keep this to ourselves.
I remember that.
Alright, we're down around the clay pits, and it looks like elephants have been by here. There's some tusk marks over there. Elephants will actually eat clay pretty frequently to get minerals that they need in their diet. There they are. Generation after generation of female elephants will stay together for life. They form what's known as a matriarchal herd. Now, the leader or the matriarch is usually the oldest female, the one who knows the most about keeping the herd safe. This one right here with the crooked tusks is the matriarch of this herd. I recognize this herd. There's a baby elephant out there. She's out there with her, well, her sister is right next to her. Her mom's out here somewhere, as well as her other sister and her extended family. They've been throwing dirt on their backs. They'll do that to protect their skin from the sun. She was born in December of 2016. She's about almost 19 months old right now. Length of pregnancy on an elephant is 22 months, and they weigh about 300 pounds when they're born. She's well over 1,000 pounds now. Greater flamingos are up ahead. Now the males will reach 6 foot at over 2,000 pounds. Females are slightly smaller. It looks like that's a juvenile right there.
Oh, that's not the
Pounds. They're more social. You'll see them in groups. And their population.
Whoa.
Now they
Wow, look
will
at that.
also wallow in the mud to coat their skin to protect it from the sun. It cools them down and it actually helps keep pests off of them too. Coming up on your left. No two zebras have the same stripes. They are like fingerprints. You walked in front of me earlier today. You're going to do it again. Of course you are.
He's crossing the street.
Prints? Wow. It's almost like it realized it was in front of a truck at the very... Don't take it personally, guys. It was probably that cheetah. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal on Earth. They have... That cheetah sees something. They have been clocked at speeds over 70 miles an hour. That bird better move because that cat is fast. They run that for short bursts at a time. Oh no.
Zebra's right here.
The Kobe's roughly one that ran away. Alright, we're gonna go slow. We're gonna go poly-poly past them. Okay, so we got the zebras here. And we've got waterbuck up here as well. Waterbuck are these shaggy antelopes. Waterbuck don't migrate.
Oh,
They
look at that.
need to drink large amounts of water every day. So they'll find watering holes they feel is safe. And
Is it like a
they
circle on
will
our
When
butt?
are you ever going to get that close to a zebra?
stick by them. They prefer the swampier areas. Oh, the rhinos are very visible now. By the way, a group of rhinos is known as a crash of rhinos. Pretty appropriate since they can charge at 35 miles an hour. And believe it or not, for as big as they are, rhinos can gallop. That's why I brought that up before, because they can actually gallop. They'll get running and all four of their legs will be off the ground at the same time.
Amazing.
Ostriches out ahead, largest bird in the world. They can reach heights of 9 feet and weigh as much as 350 pounds. They do not fly, but they can run over 40 miles an hour. Coming up on warthog burrows, and there is a warthog standing right, two of them right there. Warthogs are related to domestic pigs. They're the largest
Oh my
members
goodness.
of the burrowing family.
Pumba.
They'll use those razor-sharp tusks to dig out the burrows. That one's just lazy. He does that all the time
Yeah,
while he's
Hakuna
eating. He
Matata.
kneels. and you know, they had they had babies. And he taught the babies to do that too. It's so bizarre.
Hakuna Matata.
Here come the rhino. We can't go anywhere. So remember I told you that ostriches can run 40 miles an hour? Except when they're in front of trucks. Then they do this little slow gait.
There's an ostrich.
They have, and they do, and they hit them. It's like getting hit by a pickup truck. Luckily, the rhinos are built like tanks, and so are we. So, really, it's just a little scare. These trucks do 8. So, yellow-billed storks are over on the right. They're a carnivorous bird. They'll eat frogs, fish, snakes, lizards, sometimes baby birds and small rodents. All right, folks, we are going to head on back towards the village. Now you got a couple of options if you want to continue your animal adventures. Next door is Gorilla Falls. They've got a lot of up-close animals there, including the western lowland gorillas. Baby grevy zebras are over there on show off and on. They're very cute. Over in Asia, Maharaja Jungle Trek, feature animal there is the Sumatran tiger, and the tiger cubs are over there as well. Make sure you check out all the animals.